Hello. Been a while, but yeah. My name is Bo Breaky. But we don't talk about that. Just load that. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me shut my door. Alright, I'm back, gamers. August 11th. It's weird, isn't it? How I just write today's date like that and then it's the first sentence and I can't even read. Bruh. And then go right to telling about something that happened months ago. I should write down when that stuff happened, but it was so long ago I don't think I can remember the exact dates. Who cares? This is only for me, anyways. It can be a jumble. It can be a jumbled mess. Sometimes I feel like I should write more about what's happening now, but nothing is happening. So fuck it. When I told Grace about the girl who called herself Anna and who called me Jack even though we didn't wear our name tags, she took it like it was good news. It's amazing, Jack. Oh. She must have recognized you from childhood. She said 15 years, didn't she? That's right from the time you can't remember. I don't know. She might be some sort of scam artist. I just come up with that idea of Anna being a scam artist. Brat. It seemed a good enough excuse not to go near her again. Yeah, right. Come on, Jack. At least give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't need her, Grace. I've got you. Jack, I'm not telling you to sleep with her. Don't be so rude to her next time, okay? I wasn't being rude. You so were. Okay, so what if I was? There's nothing you can do about it. Bitch. It's not fair to her. She seems like a nice girl. And don't you think it'd be good for you too? No. To be friends with her? No, not really. She could tell you about your past. Then maybe some things would start making sense. You could put whatever happened behind you. But nothing happened. I don't know. Something must have happened, Jack. People don't... Grace felt silent. Instead of continuing... Nice music. I like that part. Instead of continuing, she started running her fork through the peas on her plate. Actually, her arms are crossed, so how would she be doing that? We were having dinner. People don't what? Well, people don't do that at night, unless something happened to them. I keep telling you, it must be some weird kind of insomnia. Nothing more. Sleeping pills don't work on it. Something will, eventually. But why not try this? The memories you have, it's like they want out. I think they should get out too. Then you won't be so scared of whatever happened anymore. And how does that work exactly? You'll be able to face it properly. It's helped me a lot, thinking about what happened to me, seeing it's not so bad as I thought it was. I stubbornly refused to answer, but went on eating like there hadn't been a conversation at all. What Grace had referred to was something I'd only recently found out. Apparently, I shouted and kicked at night a lot. Sometimes I all out screamed. Maybe I still do all that, who knows? Maybe the staff and patients here are too polite to point it out. No, I don't scream at night anymore. I'm fairly sure I don't. That's not to say I can sleep all that well. Funny how at one point something like that was the biggest problem in my life. It was so long ago. Or at least it feels like it was so long ago. So much has happened since then. Anyway, the morning after, I would wake up sweaty and tired, but it wasn't until Grace told me about the screaming that I found out why. Grace said it happened about once a week. It really freaked her out, but the first few times it happened, but then she got used to it. Or as or as used as you can get. It makes me feel like an asshole. Realizing how I don't know how to say that. Nonchalant I was about it. Screaming every few nights in my sleep I felt a small price to pay, so I wouldn't have to bother with the past. But it didn't matter in the end, if I decided to face the past or not. Either way, it was coming. The second time Anna and I met as adults, we were neighbors. I was coming back home from a morning shift at the store. I went into our building up to the second floor, down the hall to mine and Grace's door, and I froze. There was someone standing in front of our door. Ooh, spooky. That someone was her. Anna? Jack! Oh goodness, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you... She pointed at the door as if to ask if I lived there. Yes, that's my apartment. As you damn well know. The hallway air felt warm and stale, soup-like. What are you doing here? I was going to say hello to my new neighbor. So, hello. Wait, huh? And here. She pushed something into my hands. It was a plate wrapped in plastic wrap. There's something brown on the plate. Poop alert! Brownies, I'm sure you'll like them, Jack. But we're not neighbors. I spat the words out. Yes, we are. I'm right over there. Come on. I've been your neighbor for years. Are you still noticing me? Anna showed me the door to the right of mine. That place had been empty for weeks. I'm pretty sure the guy who lived there before that was a heroin addict. He didn't seem so bad now. What an amazing coincidence, though. Do you think we'd end up living so close by again? It's not a coincidence, is it? Pardon? Come on, really? What are you trying to do? It's obvious you planned this. There's no way something like this could happen by accident. Anna laughed. It was a sound like a fork scraping a plate. Well, you can believe it's a coincidence, or you can believe it's not. Either way, we'll be seeing each other pretty often. Enjoy the brownies. Thanks. Not a big fan of sweet stuff, but I'm sure Grace will love them. Grace? Who's Grace? My girlfriend. I pointed at our door with my thumb. We lived together. My idea was that in case she was acting like this because she was interested in me, I'd gently tell her I was taken. Grace? Yes. She must be a nice girl. Nice? Yeah. The best I've ever known. She's lucky to have you. It's the other way around. Well, it's been nice chatting. I'll say hi to Grace for you. I should go in and say hello myself. Come on. No need. And she's not here right now. But! Bye. I pretended to unlock the door. It was already unlocked because Grace was home. I slipped in and shut the door in Anna's face. In the apartment, I found I could breathe freely again. Son of a bitch! Talk to this girl, be friends with her. Not a chance. She creeped the hell out of me. Don't worry. Writing all this down, I can see why Grace thought I was overreacting. The plain facts of it don't seem that bad at all. A friend I hadn't seen in years noticed me at my workplace, talked with me a bit, and then happened to move in right next to me. But I knew right from the start that there was something off about her. That's not something to ignore. Paranoid, yeah. But in this case, I was right to be paranoid. I don't know if I'm I'm saying this right. It's because I let my guard down that all that shit happened. Still no word from the doctor about when I'll be able to get out of here. In fact, I haven't seen him in days. I hope he's just busy. What if something happened to him? It's the paranoia talking again. No, that's not paranoia. That's plain stupid. And it can't make a doctor disappear and get away with it. But I've got to say, if this doctor did disappear, it wouldn't be much of a loss to the hospital, I think. I'll have to ask him to give me some neck exercises I can do. My neck hurts from craning my head to the side all the time to look at the sky. Well, at least the weather's bad now. I'm not looking there as much. It's weird how a little neck pain is causing me trouble with how broken and battered the rest of me is. No, I probably shouldn't mention my neck to him. They might up my dosage, and what'll I do then when my brain turned one with and what'll I do then with my brain turned to mush? Maybe then I'd be happy. In any case, I have things to do, and I need a clear mind to do them. I hope that what I'm writing makes sense. I hope I haven't gone down the rabbit hole already, and I'm doing this. And all I'm doing is scrawling line after line of meaningless chicken scratch. But that'd be pretty funny, I guess, in a pretty unfunny way. Not funny. August 12th. And his brownies were tasty. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. I wanted to throw the brownies into the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to sweet stuff, especially chocolate, especially. Then, of course, I had to explain where I'd got them. Huh? Weird. I know, right? There's no way it's a coincidence. Yeah, it must be a sign. Sign of what? That she's stalking me? It is weird that she was stalking me since she knew where I lived, but that she didn't know about Grace. I mean, she couldn't have known with how surprised she was. I don't think she was acting. Was it just a coincidence then? No, absolutely not. Then I refuse to accept. I think I'll go say hi. I could make something for her too. Do we have any butter left? I want to bake her cookies. Yeah, and then you'll eat most of your own. Hey! It's toxic. Jack, that's really toxic, Jack. That's toxic, Jack. Jack, you're real toxic. I don't see the point of going to visit her, though. We'll see more than enough of her anyway. We live so close by. We're neighbors. I want us to get started off on the right foot. And maybe she and I could be friends. I think that'd be nice. I wrapped my arms around her. It was so close. Of course, you deserve that. But please, find a friend that's not her. Why? Once again, I couldn't properly explain why. Go away, Discord. I couldn't put it down as anything more than a hunch, a gut feeling I'd get whenever I was near her. I've at least got to see her for myself, see if she's really such a horrible person. Trust me, you're better off without it. That would be funny, I think. The next day in the afternoon, I was lying down on our sofa. I was nursing a headache that'd been with me since morning. Grace told me she'd be right back. She went out of the apartment with something in her hands, and then a smell of freshly baked cookies wafted out of the kitchen. It still took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzle together. Shit, I whispered. I was immediately up. Not good, not good. Panic struck me harder than I would expect. It was like with Grace seeing Anna all by herself, some vulnerable part of me was exposed. Wanted to bring Grace back and lock the door and keep her safe and never, ever let her out of my sight. But I also didn't want to go in there. I just stood there, head in my hands, wondering what the hell to do. All at once, I was telling myself to go there and, you coward, but also to stay here, you idiot. And somewhere far away in a tiny little voice, very tiny, very little, was telling me I was overreacting. Then there came a sound of glass breaking. It had come from where else? Anna's apartment. I went to the wall that separated our apartments. Now there was no sound at all, nothing to explain the crash. I finally overcame my cowardice. I dashed out from our apartment to hers. You almost done? When I got there, I saw broken glass and blood, and Grace kneeling down, and Anna stood above her, and they were both smiling. They stopped when they noticed me there, but they're out of breath and confused. Jack? Hi, Jack. Did you decide to... No, what the hell's going on? This... And Anna waved her hand at the floor, and all the bits of glass, white ceramic actually. There were also scattered cookies and drops of blood. Yes, that. Just looking at the blood made me feel sick, like I was going to throw up, but I couldn't peel my eyes away from it. I've always been like that around blood. I've never had the stomach for it. Grace was picking up the broken pieces of ceramic. There was a little accident. An accident? Yes, what else? Grace, what happened? It's my fault, really. The cookies were harder than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate. Stupid! You stupid! And it was Anna's plate, too. Be careful, Grace. You might cut yourself. She's cut herself already, look. Huh? She only now seemed to notice the blood around her. But I... Grace checked her hands, turned them around a few times to see if I found no cuts there. It's not me. It's my blood. What? Anna was... I just noticed her holding her left hand tightly with her right. There was a little blood trickling from between her knuckles. Oh no! Grace's hands hovered around Anna's. She looked willing to help, but afraid she'd do something wrong. How did this even happen? I tried to pick up some of the pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they? Hang on, Anna. I'm fine. I don't need you to do anything. The way Anna said that was forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away. I can still help. She remembered I was there. Jack, go get some gauze. We have gauze? Oh, useless. Frustrated, more frustrated than I'd ever seen her before, Grace ran off to get the gauze herself. She left me there in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about the cookies. A real shame. I didn't get to eat a single one. Well, actually... She picked up one with the free fingers of her left hand. Some of her blood got on the cookie. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. Jesus! It's not bad at all. They're still warm. Bro, you be liking them floor cookies, though. Do you want one? I'll pass. God, you make me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else said it, but I'll forgive you. She licked her lips. I should have left, but I was like a frog being stared down by a snake. I wonder what's taking Grace so long. She must be flustered, poor girl. So much worry about a teeny little cut. It's not serious. It's not. How do you know? I've seen a lot of cuts. I can imagine. Anna laughed like this. She's a dude. I'm a nurse. That I couldn't imagine. It's still hard to believe, though. I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Look. She showed me her hand. The cut ran from the base of her thumb towards the middle of her hand. The wound was thin, but long and ragged. The The skin around the wound was pale and moist, showing how fresh the cut was. I could have puked. Oh, does it look bad? Don't worry, it won't even scar. Stop that. You really, I don't remember what I was gonna say. It wasn't nice in any chance. What stopped me was Grace coming back. Sorry! There wasn't any gauze! Here! She'd brought a roll of pink toilet paper? What? I hope this is good enough. Thank you, Grace, but I don't need it. You don't? No, see? The blood stopped. Anna flashed a smile. The corners of her mouth were still red. Damn. August 13th. Good day today. Didn't see Anna once, but enough of that. After what happened where I left off yesterday, I was sure Grace and I were on the same page, but no. In the end, I was the one who cleaned up the bloody mess on the floor. I threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on any more. Back in our apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right? Yeah, and it was all my fault. I meant Anna. You did just meet her, right? Yes. And? Well, I can see why you've been avoiding her. If that's what you mean. Thank you. She's beautiful. I thought she would be some shy little girl or a crazy cat lady or something. But she's like a model. Wait, what? No? What? No. I don't like her. Don't try to deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to go near her, isn't it? You don't want to be tempted. I shook my head. I really didn't see her that way. Now, with a little more perspective, I can say it's true. What a waste of good looks. True there. True that. She's much more beautiful than me. Hey, don't say that. She's not. In a way. Kind of. I don't know. Not really sure. I don't really know whose side I want to be on at the moment, but right now I'm leaning towards Grace right now. She seems to be more sane. She is. Grace dropped her gaze to stare at her hands. And she wasn't mad that I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of the blood either. She's just so... I took her hands in mine. They were cold. You know what? These games make me feel really lonely. Especially since girls don't like me, so... Grace! Grace. Jack! You're beautiful and kind. More beautiful and kind than any other girl in the world. I'm lucky as hell to have you. My cheeks burned. I must have looked like a tomato. I wasn't used to saying stuff like this. I mean it. So don't say stuff like that. Okay? Oh! Grace blinked like she'd just woken up. Oh. I've been saying a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh? No, don't say that. God, Grace, you said it again. You said I told you to stop, but you keep saying it. And don't say you're sorry either. You've done nothing to feel sorry for. She apologized way too often. Kind of sounds like me. I say sorry a lot. I would say that this is a good place to leave it. Yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.